What's up, guys? Black Scout Survival. Sorry, we were supposed to go live at 1:30. Had a massive problem trying to get everything set up. It's been a minute since we've done live, so getting back into that. I know a lot of you guys had signed up for the standard video, the first one we had put up. So sorry about that. Hopefully, you guys can hop on here now. Um, but anyway. Well, we're talking about Army disarming troops. So, a few weeks ago, a guy named Jovan, I think it was last week before last, Jovan Colazzo, in his third week of basic training at Fort Jackson, he left right after PT. He was in his PT clothes. I guess the guys were going back to go shower, and he was able to get away from the drill sergeant and the rest of the platoon with his rifle. Apparently, they just been given a rifle. I don't really know how that works as far their basic training goes. Do they keep the weapon the entire time? Because in the Marine Corps, you do keep the weapon the entire time you're in training, and that is, obviously probably different for the Army. Maybe they get it right before training, before shooting, or what have you. So he left. He wanted to go home, which I don't know why he freaked out about being at Fort Jackson. Not like that's something very difficult. It's kind of laid back there comparatively to a lot of other places. And he flips out and leaves and takes his rifle, goes and hijacks a Richland County school bus with kids on it. And I think a teacher was on it. And he basically threatens them, gets frustrated, gets them off of the bus, and then he takes off trying to drive it himself and puts the rifle in the seat and leaves it there, and then runs away trying to get clothes to change into. Obviously, he was apprehended not too long after. Thank you, G.H. Johnson. Not too long after, he was apprehended, and he's got a ton of charges. I think it's 19. I can read them for you real quick. And can you guys hear me okay? Because like I said, we had massive issues trying to get this live stream. It's been a minute since we have done one, trying to get the mics and cameras and everything fixed up for this. So yeah, Colazzo was arrested later that day, charged with 19 counts of kidnapping and single counts of armed robbery with a deadly weapon, carjacking without great bodily harm, pointing and presenting firearms at a person, carrying weapons on school property, and possession of weapon during a violent crime, according to the jail records. So he's probably going to be going away for a very long time, I'd imagine. Pretty stout charges there. And after he gets done with the civilian side, he'll obviously get punitive from the military as well. So he's going to do quite a time. So anyhow, and the wokeness culture and the way the world is working at this moment, instead of looking at the issue, let's find the root cause. They're not doing that. Oh, let's take the guns away from the recruits at Fort Jackson, right? So they're talking about taking the guns away from Fort Jackson. Now, like I said, I don't know how long during the training, how long you keep a weapon there. During the Marine Corps, you keep a weapon the entire time. You have a rifle with you the entire time. Now, you don't get ammunition until rifle range, and you'll fire it off that day. Then they'll do a brass check with metal detection and things like that to make sure you don't, pull a full metal jacket. So the General Fort Jackson, which I don't like him anyways. He's a pretty woke guy anyway, but he's going to do away with firearms. He's going to pause them, so no firearms, which I think is complete pussification of the military as usual. I posted this on Instagram this morning. I posted the general there saying this, and I said, "What should I learn, Chinese or Russian first?" And some lady on there said law-abiding folks being punished for the criminals' crimes. That's happening. That's how they're handling things these days. It's not like people are. They're going for the root cause. They're just punishing everyone. So what we have is what I see across the country, man. I just we're getting weak. We're getting woke is taking over everything. We have all these people, and you would be shocked at all the woke people that are in this world. Shocked at the amount of woke people in the military. Shocked at how many woke businesses are in this tactical and survival industry. You'd be shocked. You really would. You think you're buying and supporting these guys, veterans, and you think that, oh man, they're patriotic. No, they're woke too. So you got to be very careful. But so why is this such a big deal? Like they're doing this pause about the firearm, and why am I saying that it's a problem? Well, what's the fundamental job of the military? Defense of the nation, right? That's the fundamental job. Well, how do you do that, right? What is the fundamental job of a soldier or marine, right? To be a troop, a soldier, a fighter. And so Fort Jackson isn't an infantry basic training. So non-combat arms guys goes there. They don't get a lot of weapons training to begin with. So now we're putting them in a position where they get none. If you look at the war on terror, Afghanistan, convoys, supply, logistics guys, truck drivers getting ambushed and attacked and having to fight, you know. So we're doing our country a disservice by this type of, reactionary decision making. Number one, which in the military, I thought we were really against doing stupid things like that, but apparently not. This reactionary decision making, but then putting these guys, not giving them the tools they need to do their job, which is defense of the nation. What's next? What's next is what I'm saying. They don't get a lot of time with the rifle anyway. That familiarization, being comfortable with it. So just getting soft. Our military's getting soft, guys. I mean, and to me, that a lot of the guys in there are not. They got the right hearts to be there and stuff like that. And a lot of kids message me and ask me should I join the military because of the light of events and things like that. And part of me wants to say yeah, don't even do it. But honestly, we need guys that have their head on straight to be in there and influencing other people, get into leadership positions and influence things, because if we just abandon it, it's just gonna, we're all gonna suffer. So anyhow, why was the drill sergeant down there not the one being held accountable? Recruit handling, super important. I know at Parasailing, we, have to keep track of the recruits like crazy, like eyes on them at all times, and then you put other people in obviously the other recruits in leadership positions to keep charge and things like that. But thank you, John. That A tells me that one, the troops probably somebody had to know something. They were weak. The drill sergeant's not paying attention. They need to be the ones, held responsible for that. And have you guys seen the CIA recruitment video lately? It's a lady, her name's Mija or something like that. And basically she says, using all this just millennial woke language, saying, she's a millennial cisgender and, she's not going to be put into a box basically and things like that. I mean, why is the CIA doing this? For God's sakes, I mean, just the weakness we're showing, And in other news, the military I saw today is planning to surveil troop social media to try to find extremists. Extremists is everything. The FBI is still, I saw today a guy from South Carolina, and that's the reason why I'm from South Carolina. I'm right down the street from Fort Jackson. And so that's why, the Sergeant Pentland thing and this thing is like right close to home. Two things happen right in my backyard. But surveilling these troops, social media for extremists. And today, so a South Carolina guy got arrested for being at the January 6th insurrection thing. We're still putting all of our money dollars into that. It's crazy. Yeah, someone said they were waiting for my live. I know. Something happened where I could not get into my live. I almost thought, man, did I get in trouble? They said I couldn't do a live. because I couldn't. They wouldn't let me into the live. But yeah, so the military's going to surveil troops, watch them. For extremists, we know that that means basically patriotic these days. To basically wrangle them up. Try to get rid of them. But it's incredible. So anyway, we hadn't done lives in a while, guys. I wanted to do it because we were supposed to do a video today. We had one filmed, but we had some major technical difficulties when we filmed it. We filmed it a few weeks ago, and it was supposed to post today. How to coil a rope, for carrying, actually. So we had to redo some of that. But it was supposed to post today, and I wanted to do something. So we hadn't done a live. A lot of people asked me for a live, and thanks to the super chatters. Always appreciate your support. Yeah, so the thing is, it's like I think we're trying to get desensitized to police, defunding the police. Oh, we'll just remove weapons from this base first because of this incident. Look for any excuse, then disarm the public. Well, the military doesn't have weapons. Why should you have them? I mean, who knows? So, anyhow, guys, real quick, I'll check some of your comments or questions if you have anything come through here. Pardon me, I'm looking at my laptop here. Yeah, no one invades America because the amount of the guns a citizen has. A general during World War II, Japanese general said that like we can't invade mainland America because behind every blade of grass will be a rifle barrel. This guy right here, Bastiat, said you just outed yourself. You're either controlled. These people are so dumb. They're like, you're controlled opposition. You're got 500,000 followers on YouTube or whatever because the CIA. I'm stating what the CIA. Clean out your ears, dude. I'm stating the CIA has a completely woke recruitment video, meaning they're completely gone, just like the FBI. That's the same thing I just said. The CIA, FBI is gone. Military is going to be gone here soon. Like, pay attention. People like you are the real reason the country's gone. Like a lot of you guys say you want to stand up for your country. You aren't doing anything. Just say the little boy that just got killed by the 18-year-old. I don't see y'all protesting his house. Nobody's going down there. Everybody's too afraid to do anything. You'll talk about it on the internet, but you won't do anything about it. Navy vet, thank you. Yeah, the military getting woke, man. Yeah, just watch the whole thing. I didn't want to keep a lot of, you guys tied up a lot, but yeah. So Pissed Off American said that quote is a lie. So I've read that too, but then other people say it's not. Who's to really say if it is true or not? It's said enough that it's probably true. A 4-year-old boy got killed by an 18-year-old who went in. You can watch it. There's a video. I may even do a video on this because it really ticked me off today seeing this. He went and killed him in the streets, raped him, things like that. I mean, his parents were dirtbags, though. They left him at some random people's house, and some friend of one of the kids went into the house, got him on video, snatched him up. He went and raped him, and then slowly started to throw him out in the streets. So this guy saying he wouldn't recommend using the smart TV with capabilities because the CIA has seriously acquired some satanic and downright unconstitutional. Well, the CIA wouldn't be doing it. It'd be FBI and NSA. CIA doesn't do operations within the U.S., but the NSA does. They're the ones that were doing the Patriot Act. Yeah, then I saw a lady in Augusta right down the street from me too get beat up at Domino's in front of her kid. Like, carry a gun, defend yourself. When someone attacks you, scatter them across the pavement. And if you're a felon and you can't carry a gun, carry a knife and use a knife. Defend yourselves. Learn your laws, man. If Castle Doctrine applies in South Carolina, for example, in your house, your vehicle, and where you work at. So let's say you can't carry a gun where you work at. Carry a knife. Open them up. Just look at a chart of the body where the arteries are. Go for the legs, inside the legs. Yeah. So yeah. Black powder guns are legal for felons. I think I'm pretty sure that is the case. I get that question a lot, man, about felons asking me, um, about that and what I would do and stuff. Carry a knife. Personally, I'd probably just carry a gun anyway, but that's me. Um, Someone, I saw a while back asking me about certain things, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard of if I still have it on my phone, the Northwoods, Operation Northwoods, talking about the CIA. Um, have they done things in the U.S.? Absolutely, absolutely. I know firsthand some things have been done. So yes, they do, but the the NSA will be the ones spying on you, probably spying on us now. They're probably part of the live feed. Um, so Operation Northwoods. If you don't know what that is, Google this. It is the proposed false flag operation against Cuban government, originated within the U.S. Department of Defense, Joint Chiefs of Staff, 1962. So essentially, what it is they would use the media to, the Americans would actually commit acts of terrorism against military and civilian targets. So we're attacking ourselves, right? Blaming them on the Cuban government to justify our war against Cuba. Well, think about that. Think about that in the past 20 years. So this is something that happened. Operation Northwoods, just Google it. And then obviously Mockingbird, where they used news media, social media is now has obviously it's a greater effect than media to paint narratives, only to show one side stories. We know this is fact and actually happening. Yeah, so it's talking about Space Force, maybe the only branch that's not attained. I saw a commander from Space Force actually got removed because he said something about Marxism was entering the military. So, thoughts on a grid down scenario happening soon. So, I think that we've seen the country in a downward spiral, obviously. And anyone who says it's not is lying to themselves. And we are definitely headed down bad. Look, can't even afford lumber, can't get ammo, gas is going through the roof, and if you can't get it, I know a lot of places don't have gas. Period. Don't have 87. This place may not have premium. It's all over the place. That's going to affect, obviously, probably eventually the prices will affect transport food, things like that. It's going to skyrocket. Increasing minimum wage, or Bank of America, I think it was Bank of America, First Citizen, somewhere, $25 an hour minimum wage starting pay for a teller. All these sort of things. Lumber's so expensive because COVID shut everything down. So increasing the $15 at McDonald's, increasing these costs. Where does the money come? The money has to come from somewhere. It's going to come from the customer buying it. That's why the Colonial Pipeline, they paid the $5 million to open it back up from the hackers. They don't care. They're just going to get that $5 million with interest from you by jacking the prices up. This is how the world works. Anybody who's foolish to not understand that, you can't raise. And people are like, well, I should have a living wage on minimum wage. Well, you could have made better decisions in life, and you wouldn't be dealing with this predicament. But if you can't, go work 2 jobs, get your wife work, don't have so many kids, don't do all these things. This is where the whole equity talk comes in, trying to make everybody equal, socialism. But yeah, you definitely will. The cost of everything will go up. You can't just pay. Like, let's say I paid an employee $50 an hour to pack packages. Where's that money going to come from? It's going to come from the customers. So I'm going to increase the cost of how much it costs to ship things. So that's how these work. All right, guys. I don't want to hold you guys up too much. Not a whole lot of people on here anyway because it's middle of the day. Hopefully, you guys can come. Y'all guys can, that hadn't seen it, can go back and watch it tonight. Just reading some of your comments. Yeah, learn a trade: plumbing, pipe fitting, mechanic. That's where the jobs are going to be at. I'm telling you that right now. I do appreciate all your guys' support. One side note: we started out as a goods company. I saw some people complaining about saying you promote too much. We are a goods company. That's what we do. We just happen to make YouTube videos too because we like doing that, and teach things on YouTube. So the prime thing we do, the main part of our business is selling goods. That's how we make money. That's what we pay people, not to make YouTube videos. So people complaining about that. You don't complain when Nike, people always say, well, you're too political. Well, nobody complains when Nike's political, or Starbucks or Target or the NBA or any of these people, because I'm on the opposite spectrum. You want to complain about me doing it, right? You don't complain about them, but you'll complain about me being too political, right? So anyway, we sell products. That's what we do. We also do this. And a lot of people saying, well, you're too political these days. People that follow me from the other side, they're leftists or whatever they are, they get upset. Well, you're not upset whenever your people wants to say there ain't many people on the side of what I believe in. There's more people on the other side. So let me say what I want to say, what I believe in. Anyhow, on that note, let's pay the bills. We got I did talk to my guys at Through Night. 20% off on this flashlight. I'll put the link below. From now until it was from the 17th until the 23rd, so you got a few more days to get this BSSV4. Can't carry a gun, carry one of these. Trust me, nobody wants to get clipped with that right there. I promise you that. Nobody wants to be on the receiving end of that. Some people have. There's a guy in New York that got attacked. He sent me photos. He got attacked by 4 guys, and he had this, and he cleaned them up. I mean, it was nasty. So that, and it comes off. So if you gotta go through a security checkpoint, those pesky security checkpoints, and then you just put this back on. Right? It's got a red lens filter as well. It comes in coyote and black. We also have the small little 10 packs of these lights, which are very cool keychain lights, survival kit lights. Do whatever. They come in a 5-pack of each. So 5 olive, 5 tan. So check those out. I'll put the links below once this video is done. And I think that's about it, guys. I appreciate really all you guys supporting super chats, guys. Thank you so much for supporting us. Really appreciate it, man. Also, YouTube is giving us the big, screw us, trying to hurt the algorithm, things like that. So the way, just real quick too, the way the algorithms works is that you have a small window of when you would drop a video based on how many views it gets within that. If it gets a lot of views, a lot of likes, and a lot of comments, it'll go to main page. Main page is where it goes essentially viral, where it goes out to the mass public. One that helps us get our voice out there to get us heard, so we're not just only hearing the NBA or MLB or Nike saying their piece. We can say ours. So help us do that. Every time you see a video pop up, usually every Wednesday at 10 a.m. definitely post a video. Except for today was the first time in 10 years because we had a major malfunction. But other than that, we'll post usually always 10 a.m. A random day during the week. I try to always do like Friday or something like that. So anyhow, guys, I do appreciate your support as always. I'll put those links below so you can help us support us with the lights and get that 20% off. And I thanks everybody out there. Yeah, so real quick, yeah, the Palestine and Israel conflict is going to get worse. Yes, and I pray for all our people in Israel and hope they're protected. So anyhow, guys, thanks again so much for your support. And as always, thanks for watching Black Sky Survival.